Hello and welcome again. So in the sequence of electric dipole and electric dipole moment, now we will find the electric field at the equatorial line of an electric dipole. So here is the situation. We have some electric dipole of length 2l. Each of the charges are q, and here it is the equatorial line. Equatorial line is the one which is passing through the center of the dipole and lying perpendicular, or we can say normal, to the line joining the two poles of the electric dipole. Right? So we will proceed in the same manner. We will find the electric field due to negative charge at point P. We will find the electric field due to positive charge at point P, and then we will find the resultant electric field or net electric field due to these two electric field. So to proceed, suppose that electric field due to positive charge, it will be away from the positive charge at point P. So it will be along this direction. So it is E positive, because the electric field lines or electric field points away from the positive charge. And for the negative charge, electric field comes towards the negative charge. So this is E negative. So these are the two electric fields. We can write the expression for these two. The point P, it is supposed to be taken at a distance r from the dipole. So this is L here, this is also L here. So from the diagram, I can say that electric field from the diagram, electric field here, due to positive charge, let me just write its magnitude here. This is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge, which is q, divided by the distance of point P from this, which is AP square. Okay, so this AP, it is the hypotenuse of this triangle APO. So in this case, AP is nothing but L square plus R square, or we can say R square plus L square. Simply it becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q upon r square minus L square power 2. Sorry, plus. So this is equation number 1. And what is E negative? The electric field at point P due to negative charge. You can just write the statement here. It is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught charge, which is q again here, and it becomes BP square, which is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q upon, which is again R square plus L square to the whole square. This is equation number 2. Here BP, it is also equal to R square plus L square to the whole square. Sorry, mathematically this will just cancel out, because it will have under root. So under root will cancel out with the square. So this is what we are left with. Now from here, the magnitude of the two electric fields are same, because point P is symmetric towards negative and positive charge. But the direction of these two electric fields are different. One is directed along BP, other one is directed from P to A. So if this angle is theta, for example, then we draw a line parallel to this line. So this is a horizontal line parallel to the length of the dipole. We can resolve this component of this electric field due to positive charge into two components. Right? If this is a angle theta, this angle also remains theta. So this component becomes E positive cos theta, and other one becomes E positive sin theta. So we have just resolved this electric field due to positive charge into its components, one along the horizontal and another one along the vertical. Similarly, we can resolve this electric field into two components, one along the horizontal, other one along the vertical. So one component, it will be, let me just write it above, or let me write it above. So it is E positive cos theta, and this one is E negative cos theta. Remember, E minus and E plus both are equal in magnitude. And other component of this E negative is along the vertical, which is in downward direction. So it is, let me write it outside. So it is E negative sine theta. So because this angle is theta, so therefore this angle is also theta. So angles are same. These electric fields are also same. This means their vertical components will be equal, and also their horizontal components will also be equal. So in that case, we can say that these components which are equal in magnitude and opposite to each other along the same vertical line, they will just cancel out the effect of each other. Only the component of electric fields which are left are along the horizontal. So therefore, from this information we can say that net electric field, which we can write as E, it is equal to E positive cos theta plus E negative cos theta, because they are directed along the same direction. Because two components are same, so we can simply write them as twice of E positive cos theta or twice of E negative cos theta, because both are same in terms of magnitude. Here you can see. So we can give it them as either E plus or by E minus. So these two together makes twice of E positive cos theta or twice of E negative cos theta. So net electric field therefore takes the form E positive, it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught E positive, which is equal to Q upon R square plus L square into cos theta. So from this triangle or from this triangle, cos theta is simply base upon hypotenuse. So this is the base and this is the hypotenuse. So base is L upon hypotenuse is cos theta. I am just writing the value of this term. We have written this term E positive, and now I am writing the value of cos theta. So this becomes equal to R square plus L square to the power 1 by 2. Hypotenuse is this much. So we just simplify this and find the net electric field, which is E is equal to 2 into 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into, in the numerator it is 2 into Q into L. So I can write it as Q into 2L simply, divided by, and in the denominator these two terms together makes R square plus L square power 3 by 2, and hence the final expression for the electric field reduces to, because this term we already know it is the electric dipole moment, so I am writing it as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into P divided by R square plus L square power 3 by 2. So this is the electric field, net electric field due to the dipole on any point P on its equatorial line. And what about direction? If we have to put this expression in terms of vector form, then electric field vector, this can be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into vector P upon R square plus L square power 3 by 2. But from here, okay, P is directed where? From negative to positive. So this is the direction of P. And what is the net electric field? It will be along this direction. So this is the net electric field. So from the situation, the vector form takes that the electric field is opposite to the direction of dipole moment. So we can put a minus sign here, either here or here. So this is simple representation of electric field due to an electric dipole in vector form at its equatorial line. And what for short electric dipole? If dipole is of very short length, then L can be dropped here. If L can be dropped here, so we can say that for short dipole, electric dipole obviously, this L is very small than R, therefore electric field takes the form 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught in terms of magnitude as P upon, if L can be dropped, then it just simply reduces to R cube. So this is the electric field at the equatorial line of an electric dipole. If we compare these two, so this is the electric field on the equatorial line, so E becomes equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into P upon R cube. So if we compare what we observe, this is cube here, what we observe that at axial line the electric field, it is twice the electric field on equatorial line at same distance. So this is we understand from this expression. On the next class or next video, we will talk about finding the electric field at any arbitrary point which may not be on axial line and on the equatorial line. Thank you.